So how was the business, Asha?
Business was good, and for a couple of years I was very active, and then one fine day I decided to move into another field, so I took a back seat, and then I moved to wellness.
Oh. ऐसे कैसे मतलब क्या चीज आती है
Something like, okay, it's like, your baby is up and grown and running on its own, and you feel, okay, now you can foster a new baby. That's what I call it. So I got into wellness. I got the, leading brand BLCC.
Oh.
At that time, I got them to Goa with 2 franchisee centers.
And you were seeing the potential and the things changing
yes,
in
because
Goa.
at that time, what I saw was the mid-segment, the middle class, didn't have any place to go to. Either it was 5-star hotels, or it was those little parlors in the lanes. So the mid-segment, which is the max of the population, was empty. So this could just fit in there, where you get at good pricing, you get good service, you get advanced techniques. There wasn't any slimming center in Goa, except for the gyms. So this was something I thought had a, opportunity and a market. Got into it and loved it. Since we were 2 daughters amongst 20 cousins, first cousins. So I was always treated as a son of the family. Wow. So my father, right from childhood, he gave me that, that guts, that fearlessness, to just get up and go anywhere, and would trust me so much on it. So I think that, the kind of discipline I learned from him, being from a Fauji background. So these are some of the things I still carry with me. And the biggest thing what he taught me as a child was the art of giving. He always said, give, 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 and it will come back multiple folds to you. This was his mantra, which I still carry with me.
Yeah, very, very powerful, very profound. Yes.
And yet I think I was very good in studies. I didn't need to be. In fact, they had to tell me to stop studying.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really? That's really unheard.
And I was very good in my co-curricular activities, my sports, my games. I still play some sports.
So which school, Asha? Which school?
I was in Central School, because since he was from a naval background, we got into Central School. So I finished my schooling in Central School in Vasco.
Yeah, and I'm actually very, very proud to meet another
KVite.
Yes, KVite. Yeah, very proud, because the kind of diversity you get there.
Yes.
We spoke the other day. It was so interesting to learn about your childhood, and what all you were doing when you were a child. So tell us a bit more about your parents.
Wonderful set of parents. Luckily, from a conservative generations, my father was a little more broad-minded, yet conservative, because he was in the Indian Navy and he was a doctor. So one of the most educated in generations in his family lineage. And being in Goa helped. So yes, a wonderful childhood, and a lot of difference between my sister and me, age difference. So I think since we were 2 daughters amongst 20 cousins, first cousins. So I was always treated as a son of the family. Wow. So my father, right from childhood, he gave me that, that guts, that fearlessness, to just get up and go anywhere, and would trust me so much on it. So I think that, the kind of discipline I learned from him, being from a Fauji background. So these are some of the things I still carry with me. And the biggest thing what he taught me as a child was the art of giving. He always said, give, 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 and it will come back multiple folds to you. This was his mantra, which I still carry with me.
Yeah, very, very powerful, very profound. Yes.
And yet I think I was very good in studies. I didn't need to be. In fact, they had to tell me to stop studying.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really? That's really unheard.
And I was very good in my co-curricular activities, my sports, my games. I still play some
So
sports.
which school, Asha? Which school?
I was in Central School because since he was from a naval background, we got into Central School. So I finished my schooling in Central School in Vasco.
Yeah, and I'm actually very, very proud to meet another
Oh,
Central
KVite?
School. Yes, KVite, yeah. Very proud, because the kind of diversity you get there.
Yes.
And yet you're able to, learn so much.
Yes.
The teachers, the environment, I think, that's an institution in itself,
Right, and you have like, multiple, students from multiple states.
True.
So it's a co-bringing up, together, languages, cultures. You understand that very early in age, which I was lucky to have.
Yeah,
Yes.
and also diverse backgrounds,
Yes.
I mean, anybody
Yes.
from the central government who's an employee
Right.
of, can actually have their children study there.
And I think at that time, having a CBSE board also mattered because
True.
we were way ahead of the state boards.
Absolutely.
In terms of education as well.
True,
Yeah. So
true.
that also made a difference.
Yeah.
I understood that only when I went to college and I said, oh wow, I don't have to study hard.
Yeah, that's so true. So schooling, once you finished from here, so what was next for you?
So after that, I did my high secondary from a convent in Goa. And I was a hostelite, I was not a day scholar because it was a little away from, it was about 35 kilometers away from my city. But then again, I would say that helped me a lot because it got in a lot of, fine tuning, like grooming and fine tuning, growing up with the nuns and having that kind of a convent, my language, my communication, everything, and staying with different kind of people and learning to be on your own at those teenage years. That helped me a lot as well. You start beginning to choose things yourself, decide on yourself. That's a lot of responsibility. Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, so you so used to things, happening around you on your own, and you don't even realize who's doing it for you.
Exactly.
But the moment you actually get to yourself, and then you realize that everything,
You've got to do it on. Yes.
every small thing, every small thing becomes more precious.
And that's the reason why I had the courage to tell my father that for my graduation I needed to move out of Goa because I wanted to choose certain subjects which were not there in Goa then. So I said, I think, and initially it was no, how would you manage? Because I was very young, I was just 15-year-old. But,
Wow.
Yes.
You're 12th grade and 15th.
Yes, because I got 2 double promotions in my lower grades in school. Yes.
And they allowed you to give these examinations?
No, actually no. So because when I was giving my boards, I was disqualified, and then the principal called my father and said for 2 years she cannot answer her. She has to repeat school. And my father said that's perfectly fine. And it was like I was shattered. I was all crying, and then I really told my dad, I said, I cannot repeat, I need to answer this exam because I was a bright student.
Yeah.
And finally they had to make an affidavit, change my date of birth, and I got to answer the exam. So that's how I kept clearing my, years.
Oh, that's interesting. So, did you have any inspiration by then, or anybody who had gone outside of Goa?
None.
None.
Actually none. None in my family or friends. Yeah, so I think I set up that, I don't know whether I should say good path or the other way around. But yes, so I was the first one, especially in my family, to take that, decision and put my foot down and say, no, I got to go out because I want to do this. And finally, my parents gave in, and there I was in Pune.
How about your mom? How was she reacting to this?
My mom was a very strong woman, and she silently supported us. She didn't really have a voice, but she was very silent and strong. Like she wouldn't say, okay. She would always be supporting us and saying, I think we should do it. I think we should give them a chance, kind of a person. So I really appreciated that.
And your roots, your mom is, I recall.
Yeah,
that
from Goa.
from
Goa.
Goa.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and your dad was from the ancestors.
Yes,
were
from
from
Rajasthan. Yes,
All right.
but then we were born and brought up here, so we are more Goans than anything else.
Yeah, but the
Anyone
family,
else.
were you ever visiting Rajasthan?
Once in a while till my father was alive,
Mm-hmm.
not after that.
Not after
Yes.
that. So
not
it's
after that.
okay. All right. So then it was Pune.
Yes, Pune was the place
Hmm.
I was in, and I really enjoyed my tenure in Pune, my education, my starting of my first business at the age of 19. So all this happened while I was in Pune, bigger city, more people. It really widened my horizons, and it was like, wow,
Tell me, Asha, while you were in Goa and you were thinking about अब next कहाँ जाना है, college कहाँ करना है. So what are the expectations that you had at that time? What was not happening in Goa? Why not a college in Goa?
Actually, my father wanted me to be a doctor. I, in fact, got into dentistry with my grades.
Okay.
But I think 12, 15 days was the max I could last there. I just couldn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. So then my father counseled me, and because he was a doctor, so he said, okay, not a doctor, not a medico, but a paramedic. So you should be doing your biochemistry or microbiology, something like that, wherein you can still be associated with this clinic. So that was okay with me, but then those subjects were not in Goa, so I didn't want to choose any pure sciences, but go and do what I wanted to do. Yes.
And Pune came in as a choice.
Yes, because Pune was very close and it was more cultural. I had a choice between Bangalore and Pune, not the metros. He would never have sent me to Mumbai or Delhi. But Pune, yes. And I had one of his friend's son was also studying in Pune. So it was like, okay, she has a local guardian there. Somebody to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's what parents think about, and that's what
Yes,
it's about their concern and affection.
And safety and security, yes.
Yeah, they want to make sure if it's a girl child.
Yes,
she's
and also
protected.
whether they're comfortable and
Yeah. So how was पहली बार जब पुणे गए तो कैसे मतलब parents also came along with you?
No.
हाँ.
So that's what I said. My father raised me like a son. So he was like, nobody came with me. So it was just a call to my neighbor's son who was studying there and saying that I'm sending my daughter. So he was the one who received me. He was the one who took me to college. All my admissions done, my hostel, everything.
Oh, nice.
He helped me out, and there I was with my beautiful 2 roommates, and I was like, wow. But luckily I had some hostel experience. So it was easy for me. It was not an overnight change, because otherwise it would have been a real big change. New city, new people, new way of living. But
Yeah, so Pune it was for you now.
Pune it was, and I still love that city. I consider it my second home.
I'm sure. And then the education part was there. So how were you performing in your college? Yeah?
Very good, very good. Yeah. I was not a, studious person. I would only study during the exams. The other time I was busy with everything else. But I think I had a good memory because back in those days, and whatever I focused in class was what I absorbed and I reproduced. So I didn't have to really sit with my books, and I could go for a movie the previous day of my exam and be okay with it.
Okay, so college was fun.
College was fun.
A lot of learning.
Fun.
A lot of learning. Okay,
yes.
and
a lot of friends, a lot of learning, and also learned a lot about the Pune culture. And Pune was considered the Oxford of East at that time. So it was, understanding that there's such a big world out there besides my state, So taking in all of that, soaking in it. And
if you think back of Pune, and have you been there recently also?
I go there every 6 months or 3 months, yes.
Okay.
I still do.
So back then and now, Pune, if you look at it, any major difference?
The concrete.
That's
mainly the concrete, because of which the weather has quite changed. It had such a beautiful weather when we were students. I still remember we didn't even have fans in our hostel rooms, and it was so pleasant and beautiful. The traffic now, the whole modernization of the city. Sometimes it's painful.
At that time, how were you traveling to Pune from Goa?
So we had these overnight buses. Yes. There wasn't any flight. to
Yeah.
Pune at that time.
Yeah.
So there was just this overnight bus which we would book, and early morning we would be there. It was like a 10-hour by road. So most of the time it was by bus.
It was
yes.
safe to travel?
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah?
Very, very safe. Yeah.
All right.
Goa, Pune was very safe. I don't remember any incident.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It was quite safe. And I think because at that time there was this bus of our government called Kadamba Transport. So these buses went and they were very safe. So we had our local Goans in it.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah. And parents used to look forward for you to come down. Yeah. And your sister?
My sister got married early in life, so she got married when she was 21. And she married a Fauji again, so they were up north on the borders all the time, yeah. But for me it was a very nice thing because every vacation I got to go to Kashmir or Dharamshala or Dalhousie, all those stations. So it was, I looked forward to, those vacations. But I always told myself I'll never marry a Fauji.
Yeah.
It was too much of Fauji because most of my family members were in, Fauji.
So what was Asha thinking, and while you were in college, so what were you thinking कि अब क्या करना है?
जब गए थे तब तो ऐसे सोचा था कि बस अपने पढ़ाई करेंगे, वापस आ जाएंगे गोवा, डैड को हेल्प करेंगे, लेबोरेटरी सेटअप करेंगे, पैथोलॉजी, बायोकेमिस्ट्री लैब, लेकिन हुआ नहीं है ऐसा। कुछ और ही हो गया because I just started doing my masters then, और मैं I was doing it by research.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of laboratory work involved.
Interesting क्या लगता था उसके अंदर आशा?
घंटों बैठ के वो एक्सपेरिमेंट को देखते हैं.
Really?
I think that was the thing which was not interesting and made me switch to being an entrepreneur.
Sound fascinating, but when you're actually doing it,
it's boring. Yeah. But we would set up experiments and go for a movie and come back, go to the canteen and come back. So it always happened that way. Yeah.
Okay. So and then you started doing your masters. And और तब तक कुछ concrete हो जाता है, because I think by that age, but you were very young when you would be doing your masters. What, like 19, 20?
18,
yeah. Oh.
18, 19.
Okay, so you were ahead of your time anyhow.
Yes.
Yeah. So and your classmates would have been like
all older than me. I was always the youngest, always the baby in the class.
Yeah. All right.
And I took advantage of
it.
Sure.
Anything that you remember from your, say, your classmates or your teachers?
No, they always took care of me. They always took me around. The only thing was I wouldn't get their jokes and they had to really explain things to me.
That's okay.
And everywhere, I was really taken care of so well. That was another advantage I had being the youngest. And like I would get away with so much.
Yeah. So good memories.
Yes.
You still have those friends?
I do. In fact, my best friends or besties, as you call them, are still all in Pune.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
4 of them still settled in Pune, and that's the reason why I keep going back.
That's so wonderful.
All the time, yeah.
That's so wonderful,
yes.
Right? You carried all those
relationships.
Yes,
friends for life.
Wonderful. And then after your college, your masters, what was it?
So I was doing my clinical biochemistry, and one fine day, I've told this to everybody, everybody knows it, the story of mine, that one fine day we had a guest lecture in college, a lady entrepreneur who had just started her venture, struggling with the alcohol and fermentation technology business. She had just started Biocon, she'd taken up, and I heard her and I was like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it too. And so I thought I want to start a business, I want to be an entrepreneur. So that was the turning point in my life. But when I called my father and I said, Dad, I don't want to do all that laboratory and medicine and all that. I want to start a business. And he was like, you've gone crazy in a new city. Pack your bags and come back. Shaadi kara dete teri. But no, I had 2 of my friends, male friends, in the campus doing the MBA. And they were the ones, and I told them that, let's do some business. And they were like, okay, but what do we do? And then I was like, you know what? I had this wonderful idea of a business.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the laboratory I worked, we were using this product, which was imported product, and we had distributors in India. And they said that So they just sold this product to us, and we used it for testing the purification of our chemicals and drugs. And they never gave any service. There was no technical backup for that product. So once spoiled, we had to indent and wait for our grants to be sanctioned so that we get a new product. So that would mean a stop in our experiments. So I would sit and try and service it on my own and get it working, and it was like, wow, it really worked, because a simple change, a simple wash, a simple thing, and it would work. So I told my friends, if this product is sold in India with service, it would have a much bigger market and it would really do well. So they're like, yeah, so what next? I said, okay, let me find out. I found out who was our dealer who supplied to our college. And we called him and we said, we want to come and meet you. So one Sunday, the three of us went to Mumbai. And we said, you know what, we want to do business and we like this product and we want to distribute this product. So he was an old man and he looked at us and he said, wise man. He said, okay, बच्चे आए हैं, इनको नाराज नहीं करते हैं. So they said, he said, कि ठीक है, I'll give you the dealership, sub-dealership. He was already a dealer and he was giving us a sub-dealership. And he said, you guys, I have Maharashtra under me, so I'll keep Mumbai and Pune, the metros, with me, and the balance rest of Maharashtra, you can do the marketing. And we jumped at it. Without even understanding, rest of Maharashtra meant going to Aurangabad and Nasik, going to Patal Ganga, which was like, there were no conveyance which used to go to Patal Ganga. We had to hitchhike to go to that.
Wow. Okay.
So we decided, yeah, we'll do it. So we came back. My father was very upset. So he said, I'm not helping. I'm not talking to you. And I was his favorite kid. So then my friend's father, he loaned us 50,000 rupees. He gave us a 10 by 10 space below his house. And that's how we started.
Asha, tell me, this, I'm sorry I'm stopping in between, but since you mentioned that your dad was not very happy and being a favorite child, how are you facing that situation at that time? Do you remember?
When you're young and you're rebelling, that kind of kick gives you a kick. So it's like, ठीक है, Papa loves me the most, but मैं उनको मना लूँगी.
Yeah.
If I succeed, I know he's going to, which eventually happened. He was so proud of me. He was so happy. He proudly told everybody, my daughters.
उस time पे लेकिन जो
थोड़ी तकलीफ होती है. You feel a little lonely. You feel, But my mom would call me very quietly on this, and she would say, "It's okay. He will be okay. I'll take care of him. Don't worry." So I had her support. So,
and he was subtly checking also with your mom that...
probably, yes.
Because mothers also used to play that role, right?
Yes.
Of trying to balance
the middle.
Yes,
Yeah. So that did happen. And then we started trading.
When you were thinking about a business, what is it that you were thinking? मतलब business और यही product क्यों? Why?
ये product इसलिए because I saw that there was a need, there was a problem.
Okay.
And selling this problem with a solution would work. So basically business यही तो होता है, एक problem होता है, उसका हम solution ढूंढते हैं, it becomes a business venture.
But इसका application कितना था उस time?
इसका application सारे pharmaceutical companies में था, सारे research institutes में था. It was a niche product, no doubt, but it was my field. So I could master it.
Yeah, so you knew the product very well and you found
and
the solution to that problem.
Where the lacuna was and where I could fill it.
So how was it doing that business?
Good, very good. 2 years we did very well, and then suddenly we established a market. And suddenly this man, the dealer, he called us and he said, guys, you know what, I want to discontinue with you all because now my son is also there and we want to do it ourselves. So there we were back to zero on the ground.
So you didn't create any noise about it?
And we were very young, and we thought, and he was very wise and very experienced, so it was more like overpowering us, and we were like, okay. We went back to Pune and we were like, now what do we do? We are back to where we started. But then we had developed a lot of network and contacts in this industry.
Did you make money?
At that time, yes, we made money.
So you
as
were
well.
independent.
So we did have a little, coffer of money, and then we had some contacts. So one of our contacts told us that, if you want to continue in the same field, there is an exhibition which is happening like a month from now in Munich, in Germany. It was called Analytica.
Okay.
So if you go there, you would find, manufacturers of the similar product, and you could just try out your luck. With my luck, again, I was the only one who had a valid passport out of the three.
And how old were you by then?
21.
Oh, grown up
Adult,
now.
yes. So I took that maiden flight to Munich, Germany, and then 3 days of the Messe, the exhibition. And I got back 3 exclusive distributorship for India for my company.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It was a Swedish company, a German company, and a UK company. They believed in me because I had the technical know-how. I knew how to sell that product. I knew, about the product. So they believed in me. And later they told me, that we saw this young girl coming from India talking so much about it, and we were so impressed, and we thought, okay, we should give them a chance. So that's how we got that. We came back, and with the little money that we had, we expanded, we hired more staff, and there we were traveling across India selling the same product.
So how was Munich at that time?
Very beautiful. It's still one of my favorite cities, because after that, I think 16 times I went to Munich for the same exhibition every time, because that became a hub for us to meet suppliers, vendors, manufacturers. Yes. So since I had done it the first time, my colleagues always wanted me to go there, and so that became like a regular itinerary for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were front-ending the business, or how was it at that time?
I was actually taking care of the technical part of it. But also the marketing, since we were just selling. So I had some, like when it would come to the technical sales part, the purchase and everything else would be handled by my colleagues, but the marketing part. But when it came to technical knowledge, I was the forefront, So, and we went across India, we established our name. And then 2 years down the line, we thought we should manufacture this product.
Wow.
So we worked on a project report, and our Swedish collabs, they bought it. And they said, okay, we are ready to partner you. So that's how we went to Sweden, got ourselves the training. In 3 months, we came back and set up a factory in the outskirts of Pune.
Wow.
Yes, the bank helped us, and we did that. Yes. So we were growing.
How were you splitting the roles between the partners?
So then what happened was I took care of the manufacturing. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And the other two took care of everything, the marketing, all India, like they distributed South India and North India amongst themselves, the clients, and also handling the office and all that. We bought a bigger place, a bigger office, hired more staff. So we were growing.
But tell me, manufacturing, because normally for women, the preferred are like, the marketing, the sales, or the HR. But manufacturing is left normally to...
Since this was a technical product, and I had taken the training in Sweden, so I could even train a lot of people. I know a lot of my colleagues whom I had trained are still in this business, and they are doing so well for themselves. Yes.
And when you were doing this, your parents were very happy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They would come to Pune, and they would, be so happy looking at the factory and the office, and so proud.
Yeah.
And that gave me a lot of joy, that finally I could, bring them some joy, some pride. Yes.
And what was happening? Because here was a girl from Goa in Pune, all into business. So what was she thinking on her personal life, and what was she planning?
I was a workaholic. So then I got into it. I got into the bliss, as you call it, very early in life again. But I'd already gotten into it when we started. But it was always not my main agenda. My main agenda was always work, I think over a period of time, now I've learned to, I won't call it work-life balance, I will call it integrating work-life. Yeah.
True, yeah, I mean, because I don't think...
We cannot balance it because then the balance is always getting imbalanced.
Yeah, then you're always thinking about balance. You know?
So I always say don't balance, just integrate it,
Yeah.
and it will be a good option.
Yeah, no, I think as women, we bring everything, and I keep saying that. We bring everything together. So as you say, integrating, because you can't. So while we're sitting here, it's not that we are not less mothers. It's not that we are less business
Right.
people. We are everything complete, and we bring that every aspect together, and that's what makes us and defines
Right.
us.
Exactly.
Certain things might need more attention sometimes.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
you focus it accordingly.
That's it.
Yes.
You know how to do that.
Yes.
वो ऐसे ही नहीं वो
Priorities.
माँ के
It's just about balancing
इतने हाथ
priorities.
दिखाते हैं. I think
Yes.
it's just depicting the ability of
Right.
a woman to do so many
Yes.
things.
Yes.
In
So true.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it is. So okay, so उसके बाद गोवा कैसे हुआ फिर?
बस आ गई गोवा में because my roots were here.
Yeah.
And I just lost my father.
Oh.
Yeah, he was just 60 and he just got it, So I just lost him and my mom was alone here. So, and this was my roots, and somewhere I wanted always to come back and be a proud Goan. So I sold the shares in my company. Moved back, yeah.
Oh,
and made that decision of coming back here. And by then I was already married to a Goan. So that was another reason.
How was Goa? I mean, after that fast life of being in Pune, doing so many
Everybody
things.
thought, including my friends, that I wouldn't be able to survive for long. But here I am. It's been, 25 years now that I'm back here, 22 years. And it's been beautiful. Because, like, as you grow older, you pick quality over quantity. And that is what happened. So coming back to my roots was a great decision, which I haven't regretted for it. And I like, since I had grown up here, it got easy for me. I was born here, so it was so easy for me to, come back and be a Goan.
And what was Asha planning in Goa?
So when I came back, it was like, okay, farmer, that was my whole cloud around me, right? So my husband, who comes from a construction background and a mining background, and I was like, no, farmer for me. So there we were. So we took up a plot in Verna in the industrial estate, and then we started a small pharmaceutical research unit in Verna.
Tell me something, just out of curiosity, that a lot of pharma companies and thrive in Goa.
Goa, yes.
Yeah, and is it to do with the weather? Is it to do with the
No, it's like, because at that time, Goa had this special economic zone. They were giving a tax holiday to invite all these big players, pharma companies, to come into Goa. But at the same time, they allow only formulations. They don't allow bulk drugs, because bulk drug is a polluting industry. And that's not allowed in Goa. So that's how all these companies, big giants, came into Goa, set up their formulation plants. And Verna was a tax holiday period, and then that's for 10 years, and then they stayed back. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
And any other industries which came in at that time? Because pharma is predominantly...
Yeah, so the whole industrial area came in that time. So there was mechanical industries coming in, there were machinery, heavy machinery. If you go there, you can see a plethora of these different, companies now who have set up, units and shop in Goa. Yes. So now it's like multi-businesses, but pharma is still one of the, top 5 industries, and which runs the economy of Goa. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So and non-polluting, as you said, was the focus at that time.
Yes. Even now, actually.
Yeah. So and how was it, the industrial scene here? Many women into the industry at that time?
At that time, not much. Even now, actually, not much. We do have a couple of MDs who are women of the, these pharmaceutical companies. But it was nice because I was one of the directors. We had 4 directors, and I was the only woman in it. But since the whole idea and the baby was mine, but yes, at that time we again split our responsibilities, and so I was again stationed at the factory, at the research unit. Yeah.
So how was the business, Asha?
Business was good, and for a couple of years I was very active, and then one fine day I decided to move into another field, so I took a back seat, and then I moved to wellness.
Oh. ऐसे कैसे मतलब क्या चीज़ आती है सोच
Something
में?
like, okay, it's like, your baby is up and grown and running on its own, and you feel, okay, now you can foster a new baby. That's what I call it. So I got into wellness. I got the, leading brand BLCC.
Oh.
At that time, I got them to Goa with 2 franchisee centers.
And you were seeing the potential and the things changing
Yes,
in
because
Goa.
at that time, what I saw was the mid segment, the middle class, didn't have any place to go to. Either it was 5-star hotels, or it was those little parlors in the lanes. So the mid segment, which is the max of the population, was empty. So this could just fit in there, where you get at good pricing, you get good service, you get advanced techniques. There wasn't any slimming center in Goa, except for the gyms. So this was something I thought had a, opportunity and a market. Got into it and loved it.
Yeah.
The whole, feeling of clients walking in and walking out, the difference.
Wow.
That made me feel very nice and high, I think, sorry. So that was very nice, and I thought I liked this field. So I completely took a back seat from pharma.
Wow.
And I started running these centers. And while I was running the LCC, I said, this is, at the end of the day, it's a franchisee center. And I'm loving this field. So I think I need to create my own brand. So that's how my salon and spa brand, Sattva, was born. And when I finished the contract, I shut down the VLCCs and I had already started my own brand. So
you started Sattva. That is how it was born.
Yes.
And why Sattva? What does it mean?
Sattva means essence of life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the concentrate.
Okay.
Sattva.
And what is it that you wanted from Sattva?
I wanted, like I said, I placed it in that bracket where local Goans and tourists visiting Goa, they get an optimum of everything. Service, pricing, ambience, everything. So that is what I had to offer.
Okay. So where did you start your first salon?
I started mine in Panjim.
Okay. And what did you call it? A wellness center? Or
We called
salon?
it Sattva Salon and Spa.
Okay.
Yeah, so started in Panjim, then we opened one in Callan Route, and then the hotel started approaching us. So started building up the brand in Goa, and we landed up opening in many hotels. Yeah, so pre-pandemic we had about 14 outlets in Goa.
Wow.
Yeah, and we had opened one in Ahmedabad. We had just opened one in Kolkata in that January.
Oh, the
2020, the pandemic year.
The year of pandemic.
And then pandemic happened, and our industry was the first to shut down and the last to open. Six months, 2020, 2021, we were doomed.
Yeah.
So entire investments gone for a toss. Everything broke down. The whole system broke down. All what we had built crumbled actually, But then, when you are into it, you never lose it. So during the pandemic, when I was free, there was nothing to do, and I had worked a lot with women in Goa because I had this Orchid Award, which I do every year for women achievers. So I reach out to these women, which I had started in 2011.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So these women started reaching out to me, saying that this is bad and we don't have funds, and so that's how and they were all skilled people. So how could I help so many at a time?
True.
So the best was to start a social entrepreneurship venture.
Wow.
So I started Global to Local, which was a platform, a physical platform in the form of a store in Panjim, where we started with about 20 plus women making local, authentic Goan products and getting it and reselling it for them. The biggest challenge was the supply chain and logistics, which we over a period of time overcame. Today we support more than 100 women, around 120 plus.
Wow.
Yes. So they are all financially independent, and it's been beautiful.
Is it a certain category that you're looking at, or is it across categories?
No, everything. They make right from food products to bakery to grains, which they grow in their farms, to pickles, masalas, handicrafts, the local Kunbi fabric of Goa.
Wow.
All of it, we house it all.
Wow.
And we then, 2 years ago, we opened our online store. Yeah, so we are also present online. So when tourists visit our store and they want some more of Goa, so any state in Goa, they can order online and get everything going. Yes.
Oh, so
Yes.
how's it going?
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
Touch wood, touch wood.
Yeah.
It's doing pretty well.
So Asha, what was the difference? I mean, since you were into wellness and beauty and stuff, and I'm sure it wouldn't have been easy as well.
Yeah.
But here was something that you were doing which is very different.
Right.
Yeah, and because it's not about people who are professionally capable or
Right.
talk the right thing and getting, and that's the major source that you were getting to. So शुरू में क्या, how did you begin? और सोचा कैसे इसको?
नहीं, सोचा इसलिए क्योंकि मुझे इनको हेल्प करना था और एक दो को हेल्प करने से कुछ नहीं होता. It had to be a mass movement. So I thought, since Goa is a tourist place, why not offer, and people who visit Goa think that Goa is only about cashew nuts, kokum, some bibinka, some fenny, itna hi hai. But there is so much more Goa can offer. So much more in terms of all these products. So that is why I thought, why not? So we made it an exclusive Goan authentic store.
Wow.
Yeah. And there comes a time in your life when you also look at profits. Till then I was only looking at profits. Now I was looking at profits with purpose.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was the major difference, the shift which happened.
So what all I think were the initial challenges that you had when you were doing this? Because what personally I've heard from few people is that when they get out to support or actually actively help, but they're coming with a certain intent, right? Is it always understood in that way by people?
Not really. But like I said, it was a venture where I thought of purpose with the profits. And I think when you want to do something very genuinely, sincerely from your heart, the universe just helps you out in every way. It wasn't very difficult for me to put this together. Like I said, my only challenge was the logistics, which also we worked out, And today, these women have become like, R&D specialists. They come back and say, okay, we were doing like this. We have done it like this now. We want to do it like this. How about doing it like this? So they all, because the moment you start earning, you get that confidence.
Yeah.
And that gives you so much more. And it's not about empowering these 120 women. It's about empowering how many more family members they have.
Of course.
The communities they are affecting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that at the end of the day is all worth it.
Yeah, of course. Tell me, in terms of when you talk about financial independence and all these people that you were looking at, they were already doing something. So how did you begin that journey?
No, they were not doing something. They were like doing these things from home.
Ah, okay.
So, regularizing them, getting them to get their FSSI license, getting them to do their packaging, all that. So it was beginning from there. That's how I said they have really upped their game in the last 5 years. We just completed 5 years.
Wow.
And it's been a beautiful journey.
So Asha, when you started the initial time, so when you got down to the the sketchboard and you started writing or possibly dreaming and putting your dream on the table, how did you begin that? And with whom were you sitting at that time?
So my family of course was there, and I had a friend also, because it was the pandemic era and most of my friends were free, doing nothing. So we would sit and I would throw out ideas and discuss with them. But most of my ventures have been on my own. I have always worked on my own because I feel that gives you a complete 100% ownership and responsibility.
Agreed. Agreed, yeah.
So you can, I have this very heavy intuition, and my sixth sense really works very sharp. So I knew that, when I'm out there to help these women, the universe and God will be there to help me. So it's like what goes around comes around. So it was like a nice little circle. And the blessings I have earned in these 5 years, it's countless.
Sure.
I always say I breathe blessings and I live on blessings now.
First year, how many people were there with you? How many women were you supporting in the first
We
year?
started with 20.
20. Okay.
And then it grew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were spending a lot of time with them? How was it?
Initially, yes. Yeah. Now we only, when somebody comes up with a new product, then we try to look into it, how, what, where, how, whether it could be sold as it. But I'm very open. Any woman who walks into my office or calls me and says, I'm making this product. Like a lady called me 2 months ago and she was like, I'm making these little frames and photos and something, very young girl. So okay, get it. If it sells, I'm okay.
So you're giving them an opportunity.
Yes, a platform.
Yeah, a platform to sell. Yeah.
Yes, store is known. So anybody has any new product and they come to me and they say, Asha ma'am, we have this product. I'm like, okay, bring it on. If it needs changes, I tell them. If it needs any pricing, particular pricing, I tell them. What will sell, what wouldn't sell. Yeah, because it's important to dream, but you can't dream something which is not possible. Dreams have to come true, and to make it come true, you have to make them like possible dreams. At least you start with that.
Yeah. And they need, I think, with your exposure, you can actually train them, support them, bring them to the, the front and do that.
Right.
I think that's where.
So for 2 years, I was the women's wing of Goa Chamber of Commerce and Industries chairperson. And those 2 years, we trained like hundreds of women on packaging, on skilling, on getting the FSI license, on doing FOSTEC training. So we really upped the game for a lot of women out there, especially the rural women and the self-help groups. Yes.
So how I'm sure as you make it sound very easy. Yeah, I'm sure it was not. I'm sure there was a lot of when you have a purpose, of course, God is clearing your way and you're walking through it. It seems like that. At the same time, there is a lot of resilience that you carry, and you say that, I have to do that. So there are also moments sometimes you feel, I could have done this better. Yeah.
Isn't it easy to give up? It is.
Yeah.
But what is life without challenges? Unless your graph goes up and down and up and down, that's life. That's what you're living. That's your journey.
So Asha, tell me a recent experience that you had, because sometimes I think people, and I think we owe it to the next generation as well, that life is real. Life is not just about you think and you can do it. There's a lot of hard work.
Yes.
There's a lot of commitment. Like you said, that you've thought always on your own, because it brings in that kind of commitment, responsibility, ownership.
Yes.
And all this doesn't come easy. These are glamorous words to listen to, and maybe Asha can speak about that today, but then she has worked hard, is still doing that. How many hours do you work every day?
Actually, my day begins very early, 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Then I sleep early. I'm a very disciplined person. I call myself boring as far as the regime is concerned. But yeah, I think it is tough, it is difficult, but when you know you've gone through it all, when you know how it is, and when you want to empower people, then it just comes. It just comes. Because, today empowered women like you and me are the people who have to create that ecosystem, who have to create that environment where our young girls can dare to dream.
Yeah.
It's our job to do that. So that this is like a journey. I always say that in my case, it was from profits to prosperity. From prosperity, I moved to purpose. And from purpose, I'm moving to impact. And lastly, from impact, I want to move on to legacy. I want to leave this empowered women as my legacy.
I know that you have a daughter. What role has your daughter played?
Oh, she's been I've been blessed. Both my daughter and my husband. They've been my biggest pillars of support. They've always given me, my husband has always given me the assurance that, okay, go ahead. If you want to fall back or if you kind of shake a little, I'm there. So that's the confidence he has given me, and I've always had it. And he has helped me a couple of times, especially, when I'm dealing with bureaucrats or government, licensing and things like that. When I'm stuck somewhere, definitely I would give him a call and say, okay, now I need help. But that would be the last resort for me, because I would like to try. And my daughter also, she's been such an independent girl. She's always, like in her childhood, she's lived more with her grandmother because of IB schooling. And I would be like a weekend mother, during her school times, and be there, of course, for her important days and exam period and things like that. But yes, I really thank her from the bottom of my heart for being what she was, the support that she gave me as a child, and even now the way she has grown into such a fine young woman. And I think it's about us as parents also, how we tune that, how we fine tune that. Because giving is always either ways.
True.
It's giving and receiving.
True.
So I've been blessed, yes. And a lot of men in my life also, my friends who've been my biggest cheerleaders, my supporters. So I always say men are our biggest, collaborators. They are not our competitors.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's how God wanted it to be, right? So Asha, as a mother, what are the things that really matter to you for your daughter?
And she should be a fine young woman who, right from childhood, our daughter, we have given her the ability to choose, the right to choose, so that she grows up into a confident young woman and says, okay, this is my life. I have chosen at every step of my life. So we have just given her one thing, that you choose and we shall support you.
So
we can only advise you. We can only advise you if you ask us that, okay, beta, aisa hai, aisa nahi hai, aisa ye hamara viewpoint hai. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours.
Lovely.
And I think every girl should be given those wings to fly.
That's true. That's true. Coming to you now, Asha, and since you've had fantastic, endeavors, and always had, you've done well because I think you have been into the details yourself. Yeah. So what next?
Oh, well, there is a lot in the pipeline.
I'm sure.
Yes. But before that, I would just like to add one more thing, that you asked me how I can manage all this. And I think spirituality in my life plays a very big role. I have my guru, Sri Ravi Shankar ji, who came very early in life, like 25 years ago. And I have been following the art of living. I have been practicing spiritual techniques for the last 20 years, and I haven't missed a day. So that gives me that clarity, that gives me that extra hour in the day, and it's beautiful. Yes. So
we were talking about your regime, so we somehow got a little this thing.
So my regime of 1 hour is always for me, just me.
Okay.
Call me selfish, but it is just for me. Nobody comes into that space and that time. Nobody walks in that. So yes, I do practice yoga, Sudarshan Kriya, meditation. It's a daily regime for me, and I love it.
And so what are you somebody who's very choosy about your food?
Not really. Being a vegetarian, anyways in Goa, you don't have a choice. But yes, I try to eat healthy. I try to eat healthy. I eat 2 meals a day.
Do you cook?
Not really.
Okay.
I hope my daughter's not listening. As much as I would want to, but no, I ain't a good cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I have people cooking for me.
So you appreciate others?
I appreciate everybody who cooks and serves me, including my husband.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So what are your hobbies besides this?
I love playing sports. I do play table tennis. I love going to the gym, walking. I love traveling. Oh, that's life for me.
Yeah.
I love reading. I read a lot of philosophy and spiritual books.
So when you say traveling, what is it that you like about traveling?
My favorite is being in the snow. I love cold winter, which I so miss in Goa. You know, my biggest fantasy is getting up one day in the morning and finding Panjim all white
Oh,
with minus temperatures.
Almighty, don't listen to her. We love it the way it is.
So yeah, so that is something which so when I travel, it's all about living in local places, meeting local people, eating local food, no carrying Indian food, no going to Indian restaurant, no.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
to.
So yes, and you know, because I think that is the only wealth I'm creating for myself, which I'm going to take with me.
Which was the last place you visited outside of
Poland.
the country? Poland. Okay,
Yeah.
lovely. Cold.
Yes. Cold. I was
Okay,
there
yeah.
in December. No,
Short
last
day.
place was Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah, but my holiday was in Poland, and it was all white for Christmas, and it was
Yeah.
so beautiful. Yeah.
Malaysia, right from the airport, it gives you an experience of India.
Of
so
Goa.
whether it is the Indian.
There I was there for a conference, so yes, I've been there 8 times, so it didn't really make a big difference. But
Yeah,
yes.
but and tell me, Malaysia, what do you like about that?
The food is good, even though I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And the people are very nice.
Yeah.
Since I was there for a conference and we were meeting a lot of local people, it was beautiful. It was nice, and we also were not in Kuala Lumpur for a change. We were in a port town of Kelang.
Okay.
Yeah, which are totally different vibes from the capitals. Yes. So it was nice, and we did a lot of networking, a lot of business opportunities and avenues, because it's quite similar, tropical like Goa, and there's a lot of, you know, similar food and things like that. Yes.
All right. So what's happening in Goa right now, and what more are we expecting in the next 6 months?
From Goa or from me?
You in Goa?
Well, I have this plan wherein I want to create a facility in Goa where I can get all these women on one platform, so that, you know, we make uniform products which are export worthy. Because my next step is that.
Okay.
I want to get these women to be exporting their products.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Create a market. I'm already talking to a lot of people. I've been to the Middle East. I've been now to Malaysia. And yes, but for that we have to have that particular quality and the reproducibility of the quality, for which I cannot, and the, you know, scaling up as well. So for that, what happens is we cannot do it from home. We need to have a facility.
True.
Yeah. So that is something I'm looking at in the near future, to create, where these women can come and use that facility and create something uniform which is export worthy, so that we go out not just in India but out of India as well.
I'm sure you shall.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Amen.
and we will just wish the best and see how things are
so
progressing.
much.
And I'm sure, like all your dreams, even this one and many more, you have the capacity to think, you have the capacity to dream, and as every woman, you know, the grit and the determination and the belief that you shall do it, right? Wishing you always the best, and we'll be very, very proud to be part or to see you growing and you know, being there, seeing all the glory. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asha.
It was beautiful talking to you.
Same here. It was amazing. I never thought that, you know, we could just go on and on. I'm sure अगर time की ये भी limitation नहीं होती तो और भी चलता. Yeah, but genuinely thank you very, very much, Asha.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you here.